What's up, football fans? I'm back with you for this late season edition. We are looking at the playoffs coming up here in the next couple of days. We got one more week to go, and then we're right into playoff time. And not everything is set in stone. So let's take a look first at the Gold League. Last week in the Gold League, we had a huge upset with the Cheeseheads taking down the Mighty Mighty Warriors. Wisconsin Vikes fans took down the Gridiron Geeks. The Knuckleheads put out an impressive 166 points as they beat the Cardiac Pack. And Gruden's Grinders beat the Inglorious Bradfords. And as we look at the league right here, the way I think the playoff picture works is the top team from each division gets to go. So because there are four divisions in the Gold League, I believe it'll be the number one team that gets to go from each one, which record-wise would also work out. So that's probably going to be the way it goes. So right now it looks like Gruden's Grinders got, excuse me, Gruden's Grinders has their way into the playoffs. The Mighty Mighty Warriors have been slipping, two straight losses. They were going from a number one seed, and now they're down to three. The Knuckleheads look like they might get in. If they can manage to win this week, they'll have a 50-50 record, but they've got a spot in the playoffs unless they mess up. And the Cardiac Pack looks like they have it over the Gridiron Greeks. Now, the Inglorious Bradfords, it seems unlikely that they can get in because of the point totals. Even if they won and the Knuckleheads lost, the point totals are so different that I think it's going to go to the Knuckleheads. And so when these teams go in, it'll put them in rankings. One will play four, two will play three, although they're all pretty close right now, and it was the Knuckleheads who scored the 166 last week. So I would say nobody's safe and everybody's in it. But then the other four teams, Wisconsin Vikes fans, Cheeseheads, Inglorious Bradfords, and the Gridiron Geeks, will be playing to see who can take fifth and down to eighth spot. So we got some exciting games. The playoffs will be coming around this next week. And again, I just want to stress to you, now's the time to take chances. The playoff tables are pretty well set for the Gold League, but if you are having a weak spot, if you maybe picked up Eddie Lacy off of the waiver wire, you might want to start looking elsewhere because it's going to be interesting. Moving over to the Silver League, things are a lot more murky over there. First of all, there are only two divisions in the Silver League. And let's look at the scores from this last week. Winners Play Here had an uneventful win over the D&M Divers. Jackie's team is on a tear. If you noticed, Jackie's team, where are they? They've won 6 in a row. They're a very dangerous team. It might be lucky for everybody in the playoffs that they might not make it. But they whooped on the Chicken Coopers with 117 points, top scorer in the Silver League. Hawkeye beat Cyclone 95-76. Christ is My GM beat Siete Ocho 99-87. Hastrider beat Will's Way 102-99. Very close game. And even closer was Red Zone Blazers 107 lost to the Kingsmen 108. So if we take a look at the records here, if I'm correct, whoever wins the division gets into the playoffs. And then after that, it'll be the top two records beyond that. So right now, it looks like Christ is My GM, Hawkeye, Winners Play Here, and the Kingsmen are all going to be in there. But there's a lot of stuff in the air with this second division. I really doubt that Siete Ocho is going to be able to catch, but it's possible. It's possible. But it looks like those are going to be our four teams: Will's Way, Red Zone Blazers, and Jackie's team and Siete Ocho have a chance for upsets. So make sure you score a lot of points because I believe the tiebreaker is record against other teams, and then after that, I think it's points for. So we have a lot of 7 and 6 teams who are hanging on the outside. So the Kingsmen and Winners Play Here are by no means safe. Um, they need to put it up this weekend. So when we look at the matchups going into this week, Winners Play Here is playing Hastrider. So Hastrider's out of it, but they can play spoiler. Hawkeye is playing Jackie's team. This is big. This is big. Jackie's team needs to win. Hawkeye's pretty much locked in their spot, but Jackie team needs a win. Chicken Coopers playing Siete Ocho. Cyclone is playing Christ is my GM. D&M Divers are playing the Red Zone Blazers, and Will's Way is playing the Kingsmen. So keep track of what's going on with your league. Things are going on. Things are going hot and heavy as we approach the end. And I don't want to put too much on it, but the trophy for the league, on which is going to be held in the church, and plaques for the teams over the next couple of years playing this fantasy football are going to be recorded, has been purchased. And if you want to know what trophy might be sporting your name at the end of the season, bam, there it is. It's a beautiful thing. It is absolutely gorgeous. So if you want your name to be sitting over here on the side saying that you won the gold or the silver league, you're going to need to come around and put up some big matchups because it just gets harder from here. After this, you're playing top teams in the league and you're fighting for the last spot. Also, keep in mind that if you don't make the playoffs in the Silver League, it's the same as the Gold League. There will be a compensatory playoff to see who gets fifth and down. So it's not over. Play for pride, if nothing else. And let's go on for the rest of the season. So I hope you're doing well. Good luck, and may the best team win.